Hi everyone. In this video we are going to understand what are the Java variables, what are the data types available in Java, and what are the user inputs we can use in Java. In this we are also going to understand what is the meaning of each one, what kind of data they can store and how much memory each one can hold, and how we can declare them in our program. So all these things we are going to cover from scratch. So let us first understand what is a Java variable. A Java variable is a named memory location used to store specific type of data that can be read or modified during the execution of the program. So what does this mean? So let us understand it with some example. So this is the int age is equal to 25. This is the integer variable declaration. Int is the data type, age is the name of the variable, and 25 is the value which will get stored inside this int variable. Now with this declaration, the JVM will create some space block inside the memory for this age variable to hold some integer data value. So this is how the fundamental of variable declaration, any variable declaration, and how the space will get allocated inside the memory for that variable by the JVM. JVM is Java Virtual Machine. Now let us understand how we can declare these variables inside our Java program. So this is one class with name welcome message, and the first line is a class declaration. Next we have main method, which is a entry point for our program, and inside that we have declared different variables of different data types. For example, we have declared integer, string, double, character, and boolean. There are many other data types, but more or less we can declare in similar fashion. Now these variables we can declare at the class level, or that can be a part of a static method, or we can declare them inside some private or instance methods as well. So this is an example of different variables with different data types, and based on the data types, JVM will allocate the memory size for that particular data type. So memory size will differ as per the data type of the variable. For example, we can say for integer data type will occupy more memory than the short or byte data type. Similar way, string data type will occupy more memory than an integer data type. So this is how the memory size will get allocated, and based on the data type there will be a variation in memory size. Now let us understand what are different data types available in Java. So there are two main categories. First one is a primitive and other one is a non-primitive. So primitive means these are some built-in data types which are available in Java, which will store simple values and not objects. For example, we can take an example of int value, float, character, or boolean. Similar way, non-primitive means these are the reference data types in Java which will store addresses of the object. For example, we can take an example of string, arrays, classes, or interfaces. So these are the examples of two non-primitive data types. Now let us understand what are the different types of data types which are part of the primitive data type. First one is a byte which stores small integers of size 1 byte, and this is the range of that, and we can declare it like this one: byte b is equal to 100. Next is a short which is a medium range integer of 2 bytes, and we can declare it using this one: short s is equal to 1000. Next is the integer int data type which stores large integers of 4 bytes, and this is the range of integer, and we can declare the int variable like int num is equal to some value. Next is the long which stores 8 byte integer value, and this is the range, and how we can declare it like this one. Next is a float which is a 4 byte single precision floating decimal point, and how we can declare it like this one. Next is a double which is 8 byte double precision or decimal floating point, and how we can declare it like double D, and we can pass the value which is in decimal. Next is a char which is a 2 byte single Unicode character type, and how we can declare like char c is equal to any single letter within a single quote. Next is a boolean, so which will store 1 byte true or false type values, and how we can declare it like boolean flag is equal to true. So these are all the primitive data types. Now let us understand what are non-primitive data types. Like first is a string. So string stores sequence of characters used to store text. For example, we can take string name is equal to Raju. So these are sequence of characters we can put together inside the double quote, and that will be considered as a string variable. Next is arrays. Like arrays stores fixed sized collection of similar type of objects. It can store array of objects and any different kind of similar kind of data types it can store. For example, int num arrays. So this is the array of int, and we can store different integer values inside that. Next is the class. Like this is the user defined type to model real world entities. For example, we can define one person class with some variable string name, and how we can create an object of this class. Like this is the line person p is equal to new person. And finally, we can create the interface. Like how we can do that. This is a contract that define methods without any implementation. So this is the interface, how we can declare it, like interface drawable, and this is the abstract method inside that, which does not provide any implementation part. So we can implement this interface inside a class and provide the implementation for all the methods which are defined inside the interface. So these are all the non-primitive data types. So there are other non-primitive data types as well, but these are some notable ones. So apart from variables and data types, we have user input in Java. User input means taking data from the user while the program is running, and we typically take this data through the keyboard. And what is the most recommended way to get the user input is using the scanner class. So scanner class has different methods available, like next int, next double, next, or next line. So these are some different methods available in scanner. Although there are many other methods, but these are some notable ones. So apart from scanner, we can make use of buffered reader or console as a user input as well. So this is all about variables, data types, and user input. So let us see how we can make use of this scanner. So you can see the highlighted first statement, which is how we can create a scanner object, and it will take system.in as an user input. Now whenever we enter first string, that will be considered as a name, which is the type of string. Next, when we enter some integer, so that will be considered as a int age, and finally we have printed our output as a name and age. So this is how we can make use of scanner object in Java. So that's it about today's video. I hope you must have enjoyed this. Please do not forget to like, subscribe, and share. Thank you so much for watching this.